Hi, I'm Amy Landalt, and I'm an acupuncturist at North Shore Acupuncture Center, but we are not talking about acupuncture today. If you missed my previous videos for the last 2 weeks, I've been talking to different businesses and nonprofits in our community about what they're doing to help our neighbors. So I was getting a bit overwhelmed with my social media feed and seeing too much negativity and a lot of arguing about whether we should wear masks and whether they should be outside or inside and all of that. And I wanted to focus more on some of the helpers, and there are a lot of them in our community. So I wanted to make sure you're aware of them, first of all. I like to spread the goodness because it's contagious. So a lot of people have gotten ideas from hearing what other people are doing. They've gotten ideas of good things that they can do to help their neighbors as well. And also just make sure that you know about these organizations so that you can support them now, but also support them going forward. So today we are featuring Evanston Cradle to Career, and I have Kim and Marakar joining us, and they'll share a little bit more about what they have going on. But we already mentioned them once because I had that great picture I shared of the Evanston Rebuilding Warehouse team delivering diapers and wipes. And I loved seeing Pat Hurt in particular delivering diapers and wipes. It made my day. So if you could tell us more about what you guys have been doing to help out the community right now, in addition to all the normal stuff that you usually do.
Yes, okay. Go ahead and start.
Okay, well, thanks for having us. And I love some good news that we all needed. So thank you for, spreading the good news and doing this broadcast. It is great. Man, what have we not been doing? We are so fortunate to partner with over 40 agencies in the community to, we always are pushing for a more fair and equitable Evanston, but in particular during this pandemic, just to do, what we can. And we have partnered with people who've done everything from, like you said, delivering diapers to food giveaways. We have done a virtual pantry, which were e-gift cards through our Advocates for Action program, where we gave the most neediest families access to basic needs through Target cards. So we practiced social distancing and, got people what they needed as well. So we've had our hand in a little bit of everything. I'll let Marika talk about what we've done directly, who's our new executive director. So we can all welcome her. So this is her.
Yes, welcome.
Thank you. Yeah, so this is week 3, and it's been really an exciting ride. So a few things going on. So our outgoing executive director is co-chair of a nonprofit COVID task force, and this is for all of Evanston. So the nonprofit task force meets, once a week, twice a week. And from that, we've really evolved into a number of subcommittees. So food insecurity, housing, early childcare, homelessness, really quite a few things. And so there are many, many people in Evanston right now really tackling specific issues that have always been in existence, but have really worsened during this pandemic. A particular example is we were able to get a grant from the Chicago COVID-19 Task Force, and we were able to give at least 50 families of undocumented status $500 each to really support their ability to pay their rent or pay their mortgage or pay for food, all those sorts of things. So we have really been very tapped into what's going on into all of Evanston and really trying to provide a lot of the information to groups and serving as the central focal point to both gathering information and then disseminating it back out to the community.
Yeah, I've heard so much about your ability just to have a broad impact across several organizations, and especially Kim's ability to make things happen, like 20,000 diapers and wipes.
Yeah. It was part of the magic sauce. This is what I'm learning. Very much
so. Real time.
Yeah, real time with the ambulance, right?
Yes. Sorry about that. So tell me what you are normally doing day to day when we're not in the midst of a pandemic.
Well, we do, again, so much because we are connected with so many agencies, but in particular, I am the community engagement person at Evanston Cradle to Career. So my job is to really engage the community, make sure the community has a seat at the table for the big decisions. Because, the thing about our agency in collective impact, everyone has a voice and everyone has the same voice. So no one is more important than the other. And I have been happy to be able to bring the community in, to bring the students in. I don't know if anyone has seen our kind of quarantine broadcast over the last 6 weeks, where we had students' response to COVID-19, where they came on and shared and talked about everything from mental health to the outlook on education. We just did a summer opportunities show Monday. They spent their whole quarantine with me, basically. But to know and realize that every voice is important.
Right.
We want Evanston to be the best place for everyone in the community, not just pockets of the community. We want everyone to have good experiences, good opportunities, and be equitable. And when we say equitable, we want everyone to have what they need. So we're working really hard trying to make that happen.
I mean, often collective impact is hard to explain, right? So the idea is you get stakeholders from all segments of the community, and they work together to come up with specific goals that we then try to really move forward from a grassroots kind of way, so not top down. And the way I really think about our work, especially because we have this equity focus, is Cradle to Career and collective impact is a perfect opportunity for Evanston to walk its talk, right? Evanston really talks about diversity. It talks about the commitment to liberal progressive ideals. And there are just some really entrenched inequities in the community. And so we help to surface that. And we really help to harness the energy of all the community, whether it's the school district or the nonprofit or the city, so that we can all be moving in the same direction, solving these systemic problems that individual organizations can't do on their own.
Yeah, I know right now everyone's feeds are loaded with discussion about the death of George Floyd and how to make change and make things different. And I think part of it is realizing that we all have a part in creating the system, and you do it by changing things at home and getting involved in organizations like this. So for the people, and I think this is what I'm going to share in my feed, that are saying, what can I do to change? This is what you do. It's not just overt racists that are walking around with the crazy hats and stuff. It's what we all do, and taking a look at that and how do we make our own community equitable is how we make change and prevent those things from happening.
Amy, it's those tough conversations, and it's looking inward, and saying, what can I do? What's my part in this big picture? Because you're absolutely right. We all have a part in it, and we all have to work together to make it better. Because we're at a point, in society where we have to have some change, and we have to have it now.
And Amy, I think you made a really good point. It's not just racists that exhibit racist behavior. Like, we are in a racist system, right? So it's not about demonizing individuals. It's about talking about what are the practices and systems that have been inequitable for all this time, and how can we, make those changes, and how can we move forward together?
Yeah.
And so this is a great opportunity. People can come to this organization. So how do people get involved?
Yeah.
Well, go ahead. Well, visit our website first. We have tons of information, evanstoncradletocareer.org. There's so many ways to get involved with all of our partners. They're all looking for volunteers, and there's ways, to connect with them. But really just support the work, find out about the work, saying, I want to be a community leader, or not even necessarily a leader. I want to support, what's happening in my community to make it a better place. Is just to start by, finding out, getting some information.
Absolutely. Agreed.
I think this showed up correctly. Did I type the website in correctly?
Yes, I believe that's right. Perfect.
So people can donate. There's opportunities for people to volunteer their time. If they're short on both for some reason, they can just share your things on Facebook, just so there's broader awareness of initiatives throughout the community and issues.
Yeah, in terms of donation, we actually are an LLC, and our fiscal sponsor is the Evanston Community Foundation. However, if you go to their website, they have a rapid response fund right now where they are collecting money specifically for COVID-19 relief. So if people are feeling generous and have the means, check out the Evanston Community Foundation, and that's a perfect place to be able to contribute.
Yeah. And also, you'll find the community building grants on our website, which is something that we've done now for the last about year and a half, where if people have ideas and or individuals or groups who want to, do something to impact their own communities, we have the opportunity to do that through community building grants. So people can find out more about that. We've given away 25 grants so far, and people have done everything from exposing minority youth to golf, to moms groups, so all kinds of things, and to just make their communities better places. So that's on the website as well.
Great. So for people joining, if you have any questions, feel free to put those in the comments, and I'll make sure that I can bring those to Kim and Marikar. Also, if you watch this Facebook Live after we're no longer live, if you have questions, still post those, and I can try to get answers for you. So don't feel like you can't ask questions just because you missed the live stream. We'll still get answers for you there as well. Are there any other key things you want to make sure we cover before we sign off?
I think we're good. We're so grateful for this opportunity, and I'm so happy you're doing this. I agree. So many things out there are just, either like anxiety and fear, and there's a lot of social shaming. And I think we should shift and really think about, how are we coming together during this time? And how can we create both an Evanston and a larger community that is different from what it was before?
Yes.
That's a perfect ending.
Thanks so much.
So if you've missed some of the earlier videos, you can go to somegoodnewsevanston.com, and it will map you to the YouTube videos. This one will show up there eventually as well. And on Friday, I will be talking to Chef Q from Ghetto Sesame Street, but spelled backwards. So one of my questions for her is, how do I pronounce it? But we'll also hear more about the great things she's doing. She's working with the Evanston Community Foundation with some of her work, and is one of those many organizations that we've talked to that's involved with that. So
she's amazing.
Yeah.
Thank you both for everything that you're doing for the community. And thanks for taking the time today.
Absolutely.
Bye.